Dear learner, in this video I am going to discuss about the absolute syntax. In an analytico-synthetic classification, one of the vital steps is the determination of helpful sequence of the facets of a subject. You know the analytical synthetic classification, as for example colon classification. First of all, you have to analyze the subject component, and after that you have to synthesize according to the uh, prescribed syntax. These kinds of classification need absolute syntax. This harmonious sequence of facets may be called syntax of facets. According to Ranganathan, the syntax of facets in classification based on postulate and principles automatically yields a sequence of subjects giving satisfaction to the majority of the readers. He has not, however, sure why a syntax of facet arrived at on the basis of postulates and principles becomes satisfactory to the most people. For finding out the reasons, he felt it has necessary to study the mind of the readers. Such a study can lead to roots of the classification hidden far deep in the intellect in action. This may also help to design a fairly long-lived helpful scheme of classification. Ranganathan therefore proposed at the Conference on Retrieval of Scientific Information held at Washington in 1958 formation of a team of experts consisting of epistemologists, psychologists, linguists, reference librarians, classificationists, and statisticians to investigate the way in which the human intellect works today. That is, the syntax of facets that will give the greatest satisfaction to the greatest number of readers. But his idea was not much appreciated at that time, as according to him, time was not ripe for it, and no such team was set up. It, it was in 1966, later on 1966, that the matter was again discussed at length at a symposium on the foundations of syntactic relations in classification held at University of Maryland, USA. During the discussions in that symposium, the idea of absolute syntax took shape. According to Ranganathan, by absolute syntax is meant the sequence in which the facet ideas of a subject arranged themselves in the mind of the majority of persons. Nilameghan described absolute syntax as the sequence in which the component ideas of subjects falling in a subject field arrange themselves in the majority of normal intellectuals, for instance, when they think and communicate about the subject. In library classification, we deal with subjects, each one of which represents an organized and systematized body of ideas. It may be argued that ideas are the products of human thinking, and human thinking is controlled by the brain. It has been found that there is a considerable similarity in the structure of the brain in a large majority of normal human beings. Thus, it can be said that there is a considerable similarity in the functioning of the brain in a large majority of the human beings. This leads us to the conclusion that the mode of thinking and learning is more or less similar in a majority of normal human beings. The same can be said about forming and combining of ideas to build knowledge. Human beings have undergone changes culturally, but biologically man has not changed to any appreciable extent. Therefore, the possibility of sudden change in the mode of thinking and learning in a majority of normal people is very little in the near future. From the above, it follows that the syntax of the representation of the component ideas of is made to conform to or parallel to the absolute syntax. Then the pattern of linking of the component ideas, that is, the resulting knowledge structure, is likely to be helpful to the majority of the normal human beings, will also be consistent in pattern in subjects belonging to different basic subjects. It will also be free from problems created due to variations in linguistic syntax for naming the subject. Studies in psychology, linguistics, cybernetics, and so on have supported the postulate of absolute syntax. Now, I am going to discuss absolute syntax versus linguistic syntax. Linguistic syntax is the syntax of the words, that is, the sequence in which the words stand arranged in a sentence or in the name of a subject in a natural language. The linguistic syntax may vary with the language, and often it does, but absolute syntax will be the same for a large majority of persons irrespective of their mother tongue. For example, let us consider the subject of a document, the nerve of the cockroach. The full title of the document will then be the nerve of the cockroach as studied in zoology. If only kernel terms are retained, the subject may be shown as nerve.cockroach.zoology. The sequence is according to linguistic syntax of the English language. According to postulate and principle governing CC colon classification, the terms will stand arranged as zoology, cockroach, nerve. This syntax represents the syntax of facets. There may be languages in which the linguistic syntax may give respectively zoology, nerve, cockroach, cockroach, nerve, zoology, cockroach, zoology, nerve, nerve, zoology, cockroach. The number of variation of linguistic syntax from the syntax of facets will increase with the number of kernel terms in the name of the subject, which is same as the number of facets in it, but there is only one sequence of facets. For this reason, it can be conjectured that the syntax of facets is the same as absolute syntax. This implies that the absolute syntax is the one conforming to the postulate and principles guiding the design of an analytico-synthetic classification. The problem, there are lots, one problem, the problem that still remain to be investigated is there an absolute syntax prevailing the sequence of the facets of a subject inherent in the human intellect in action as it is today? The study can only be taken up by a team of experts in different subjects as proposed by Ranganathan. The study should be conducted among three groups: children, adolescents, and adults. Ranganathan has suggested the investigation may be done in 5 stages. Stage 1: without any suggestion whatever being made by the team, the sequence of facets naturally preferred in the various subjects by the different persons should be found out and recorded. Second one is an attempt should be made thereafter to break gently the occulting incrustation of the linguistic syntax in the minds of people. The degree of success in this work will throw the people into several groups. Third one, the sequence of facets preferred by each of the groups should then be found out and recorded. Fourth one, thereafter the statistician should construct the necessary and possible frequency tables and curves and the correlation tables, curves and surfaces. And they should also furnish all the necessary statistical constant emerging from the study of the problem. It may be possible to find out from the result tabulated by the statistician if there is an absolute syntax, and if so, what is it. In particular, it can be verified whether the syntax of assets based on postulates and principles for the analytico-synthetic classification is the same as or at least a good approximation to absolute syntax. In concluding part, I can say that Ranganathan felt that findings of such research would enable the classificationist to build scheme for classification on fairly firm foundations. The available classification schemes are mostly based on conjectures, and as such the readers are often not satisfied while making the search, which can be avoided if classification schemes of the above type can be built up and followed. The result may also be of help in the study absolute linguistic syntax also. Thank you.